Hello and welcome to Media Maniacs. I'm Russell Courier.
I'm Ashley Point. Hi guys.
We review everything and we're
Just crazy enough to do it.
Yep, and we're not doing much for reviewing as much as talking about celebrity recasts and things in media, really, just on the actor side of things.
Yeah.
So our first segment we're going to get into are...
Did you catch that?
Did anyone catch anything of when actors get replaced? No, not really.
Or
not
reused.
Or reused. So that's what we're basically talking about. And some are very obvious, like from Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2, Don Cheadle replacing Terrence Howard. But as one, I actually looked over this one. I didn't even notice this. From Back to the Future 1 and 2, Crispin Glover did not play the dad.
Really?
Yeah, you see him upside down after the golf course and everything hanging from that thing. That wasn't Crispin Glover. That was actually Jeffrey Wiseman. I looked at him and I'm like, I think I've seen him before in other movies and stuff.
I totally just did not see it.
Yeah, that's just one that I didn't even catch. And usually I'm pretty good at catching stuff like that. So I was like, wow, that's something I'm definitely going to bring up. So it's like they did a good job in makeup for one, and he did a good impersonation of Crispin Glover. So that was one thing I thought was really interesting. And also another obvious one, Rachel Weisz being replaced by Maria Bello in Mummy 3.
Yeah, that one I kind of wish they had kept. Otherwise, they shouldn't have done the next one. That one.
Yeah, the original Evie was so great, and she already had this character developed. You know, she was this librarian turned adventurer turned
Mom.
mom, then turned Egyptian princess, basically through her past life or whatever. Very similar to Hawkgirl in a way. I just wanted to throw. But then you just drop in another actor and you just throw away everything else.
Yeah, like the only thing they kept was whoever played her brother.
Yeah, they kept the brother and Brendan Fraser. Yeah, those were the only two people that they kept.
Like, I can understand for the son because he got older.
Yeah, whereas the original actor for the son probably in his teens or something like that, probably 12, 13, not a grown man yet. But I'm glad that they got the comic relief of her brother. Jonathan was always funny in those movies. I love those movies. And even they do this throughout, like from the 50s and 60s on to now.
That's still a big one. Catwoman.
1960s Batman series, played by, let's see, Eartha Kitt. Can't remember any others, but like 5 times replaced, even for the Batman movie.
Oh, I can't remember her name. She was really, really famous for being blonde and blue-eyed. She had the big hair.
Are you thinking of Michelle Pfeiffer? No, that sounds like how you described almost sounded like Batman Returns Catwoman.
No.
Because I'm known to see Wonder Woman be replaced by different actresses, but I just can't remember.
You mean Catwoman?
Catwoman. That's what did I say?
You said Wonder Woman. She hasn't even had a real TV show yet.
Yeah, she had the one TV show, Linda Carter, playing her all the way through. Yeah. Wait, down? You didn't like the show?
No.
I've never watched any of it, so I have no opinion.
You can't make a show around Wonder Woman. I'm sorry. She's too much. She's never really had her own thing going on.
Yeah.
She's always involved in someone else's.
And well, now she's getting her solo film coming up soon, Wonder Woman.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I've seen trailers for it. It looks pretty good, so I'm excited for it. Anyway, and also one replaced actor you see a lot that people talk about. Well, I've seen referenced in other movies and stuff. Dick York and Dick Sargent in Bewitched.
Yep.
Yeah. And I remember hearing in Waynesville, "All right, as if we wouldn't notice." It's like, even I know like the old stuff when it comes to like Bewitched or anything like that. But
Boy Meets World. Morgan Matthews.
Yeah, the daughter, she was replaced.
Yeah, she was played by Lily Nixon from 1993 to 95, and then she was played by Lindsay Ridge from 1995 to 2000. Also, Jedediah Lawrence, Topanga's dad, was replaced for Peter Tork to Mark Hacklick, I think his name was.
I do remember seeing the switch on the show, though, and I don't remember the actors or anything, but I do remember seeing those switches, and I don't know if they did with the mother of that show. For some reason, I thought Margot Kidder was like not the mother, the aunt on that show, Topanga's aunt or something like that. But it was another actress entirely. Never mind.
They could have changed from the pilot to the series because they do that sometimes. The pilot has a completely different completely different actor than the actual series.
Yep, like My Wife and Kids for one. Yep, the daughter Claire was played by someone totally different, and then just brought in the actual Claire. Like this other Claire looked like she was younger than Junior.
Yeah.
Whereas this Claire looked more like the older sister type, so it kind of changed the character dynamic a bit. And also, I found out in Harry Potter there was a bit of a replacement. Lavender Brown from Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah, she wasn't that big of a character, so people didn't notice it in the movies a lot.
Yeah, but in Chamber of Secrets, there was a Lavender Brown, and she was played by a black actress.
Yeah.
So I didn't know any of that, and they were recasted her not for any racial issues or anything, but because Lavender was described in Half-Blood Prince as a pale character or something, pale white, blonde, whatever. So it's like, so they had to change the character entirely.
Yeah.
So that was, I understand where that, whereas, it's like people reading the first Harry Potter book, they don't know how to pronounce Hermione.
Yeah.
So they had to explain it in the fourth book. You don't know how some of these actors look, some of these characters look, because J.K. Rowling didn't go in depth with all the other secondary characters, which I understand.
I understand that. And one of the characters that got replaced, like even entirely into the movies, was one of the lackeys for Malfoy, Goyle.
Oh, Goyle.
Yeah, he was replaced completely. Even his character was replaced.
Yeah, it wasn't Goyle anymore. It was Crabbe, Malfoy, and Blaise.
Yeah.
And it was turned into a skinny black kid. What was the real reason why Goyle...
The actor who played Goyle was arrested for drug possession. And they couldn't have that kind of person affiliated with the Harry Potter series,
bad
which is...
publicity.
Yeah. Which is basically how we identify our generation.
Yeah.
Harry Potter was our generation.
Yeah, I remember being 11 when the first movie came out, so you were right at the same age as Harry, and you grew up with these movies. Yeah, I totally understand that. I felt like, when is my letter going to be coming into Hogwarts? Where's my ticket to the platform 9 3/4?
I love that T-shirt they have was like, I didn't get my Harry Potter letter. I didn't get my lightsaber. So I'm waiting for this, and this.
You're waiting for your wand and your book of magic, and all that other stuff. So
I love that shirt so bad.
That's cool. Also, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has changed characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The mother being one from Janet. Let's see here. What was it? Janet Hubert to Daphne Maxwell. I can't remember. I can't even read my own handwriting. But when you were talking about sisters before too, I remember one that was a big one.
That 70s show.
Yep, Lori was replaced by originally Lisa Robin Kelly, replaced by Christina Moore, because I think in real life she got busted with a DUI.
Yeah.
Once again, drugs, alcohol, and they need to stop partying so hard. Worry about their work a little bit.
It's a problem in television, but not really in movies. Because how many times has Robert Downey Jr. been arrested?
Yeah, true. Cocaine possession or whatever, alcohol, whatever he was done back in the 80s or whatever. So, and now he's affiliated with a Disney Marvel movie. And
Johnny Depp destroyed a hotel room.
But then again, so did a bunch of other people like Keith Richards and Joe Walsh and all the other rock stars. So it's no big deal.
Rock stars are one thing, but like TV characters that people have grown up with, like he's basically the star behind the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I understand.
And he's in Alice and all these other ones, and people adore him.
Yeah,
but his attitude doesn't affect how people think of him. While in Harry Potter and all these other ones.
Yeah, that's. I guess. I don't know. Maybe
it fits more with the character he's playing.
Maybe. I guess so.
I mean, Jack Sparrow is known for
drinking, pillaging, and causing
Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He is Tony Stark.
Yeah, and
he's Tony Stark in real life.
Yeah, basically. That's why they cast him, because Jon Favreau even said he's a jerk. Basically, that's why he got casted. And before we wrap this segment up, I just wanted to bring up one more name for our Doctor Who fans out there. Peter Capaldi was, before becoming the 12th Doctor, was in episode Fires of Pompeii.
Yeah.
And
he played the dad, right?
Yeah, he played the dad of A Small Family. I can't remember the name. It was a long name, but it was something with a C or Knossos or something. I can't remember. But it was just, and And the thing that was great about the show, they didn't just overlook that. They referenced it after Capaldi became the 12th Doctor. He's like, now I remember why I have this face. Now I remember this face.
Yeah, and he was also in the spin-off series Torchwood. He was in Children in Need or Children of he played a senator.
I almost said Children of the Grave, but that's Black Sabbath.
I don't remember what the exact title was, but he played a senator or somebody with high stance.
Okay.
Who was involved.
Well, that's really cool. When we come back, we're going to be talking about curses in media. Hello and welcome back to Media Maniacs. I'm Russell Courier.
And I'm Ashley Point. Hi guys.
We review everything and
we're crazy enough to do it.
And now we're going to get into curses in media. And there's a lot out there. There's a few out there when it comes to curses and celebrities' lives or working on a certain movie that just had a little bit of drama beforehand or something like that. First off, main one everyone knows about, Poltergeist.
Oh yeah.
And do you want to elaborate on why?
Well, the actress who played the little girl, who played Carol Ann, Heather O'Rourke, was killed through misdiagnosis.
Yeah, their parents thought it was like a flu or something like that.
And it was something completely different.
And she ended up dying on the operating table.
And the girl who played her older sister, Dominique Dune, she was killed by her boyfriend.
Killed by her boyfriend. That was one. I remember reading online. There's like a total of 4 people that died on the set of this movie.
Like the main 2 that people know about was the 2 sisters.
And then Julian Beck, who was in the second one, is an old man. He died of cancer. And then actor Will Sampson, who I know from the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest mainly. I haven't seen all the Poltergeist movies. I've seen mainly the first and the second one, I think. And I remember seeing Will Sampson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as Chief. And he was a really good character, a good actor in that. So it's sad to see that he went after this movie, after dying in surgery, which I think is weird. There's multiple people dying in surgery. Well, 2 people dying in surgery, 1 dying from cancer, 1 dying from a crazy boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the reason why they
just had to use a real skeleton.
Yeah, they used real human remains on the set. When the mother dropped into the pool type thing, those are real human remains.
Because the plastic ones were too expensive.
That's just stupid.
That's their main reason behind using real skeletons. They were cheaper.
Okay, just because
what do? They go rob a grave?
That's the thing I want to say. Just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's always the right decision. That's one thing. Just because it makes your wallet a little fatter doesn't mean you should do it. And also, Jo Beth Williams, who played Diane Freely in the movie, she actually would return home to find her picture frames off center.
Ooh.
So there's more to it than just what happened.
Followed her home.
Yeah, and well, since she was the one in the pit with all the remains, I think she would be the one latched with it. And she would return home to rearrange the photos, put them back center, just to come back the next day and they're all rearranged again. Like,
did it keep happening, or just until the movie was done?
It just said it kept happening. Probably after the movie was done. They
put the bones back, maybe.
Maybe they probably. I don't know, but I hope so too. Is there? I want to.
The Omen, the 1976 Omen. Good gracious, there was so many people that got affected by this movie. Gregory Peck and the screenwriter David Speltzer, they both were on planes that got struck by lightning.
Really?
Both of them on separate planes. And then Harvey Berhand was almost struck by lightning in Rome. Several people linked to the movie were all involved in a car crash. And the hotel that Donners was staying, Donners was staying in, was bombed by the IRA during the filming.
Jeez.
And there are so many other things. It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, a lot of these kept going on and on and on when it came to these curses, but that's creepier than...
His hotel got bombed by the IRA.
Jeez. That's bad. And
one of the actors almost boarded a plane to Israel where there was going to be filmed. That plane crashed and killed everyone.
Really?
Yeah, he was supposed to go to Israel where he was supposed to go film.
So a good thing he didn't get on that flight.
Yeah, otherwise there'd be no film.
And also there's that one, but there's another bit that I remember reading. This movie called Atuk, the Atuk Curse. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Okay. Years ago, this was a script written about a Eskimo coming to New York and kind of fish out of water type story. Anyway.
Eskimo fish out of water.
Yeah, but they gave the script to John Belushi first off, and he seemed like, well, I'm interested in the script. Yeah, we'll get onto it. Shortly after that, Belushi died of overdose. Died of an overdose shortly after that, and so they handed the script off to comedian Sam Kinison. After that, they had paused filming. He wanted script rewritten. Shortly after that, he got in a car crash. Then after Sam Kinison, it went on to the next one, John Candy. Candy didn't know that the script just killed John Belushi and all them and everything.
Like they would tell us, oh, by the way, this script killed the last guy.
Yeah. And then John Candy ends up dying of a heart attack after that. And then guess who the next one was who was handed the script?
Who?
It was, name another big comedian. Big being the literal term.
There's a couple of them. Gabriel Iglesias?
No. Chris Farley was handed this script too. Yeah, and he overdosed. And I heard after that, they even gave the script to Phil Hartman, SNL alum Phil Hartman, who you probably remember from Jingle All the Way. Mm-hmm. And then he died after that, probably a heart attack or something. I can't remember exactly after that. But this guy, and even the guy who wrote the script, even said something like, I am responsible for the death of John Belushi. Oh, God. And apparently the script is still floating around, yet people will not pick it up or anything. Hollywood will not pick it up
at all. Touch it with tongs.
Oh, geez. I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Just crazy, just how a script, and I think the reasoning why was, I don't know. There's no real explanation behind some of these curses, except for maybe a couple, really. But there's nothing real to explain to.
One that has a lot of unexplained stuff is The Exorcist that was made in 1973.
The original Exorcist, yeah.
There was reports the audience is fainting and vomiting during the premiere, and during the premiere there was a 16th century church across from it. While it was premiering, the church was struck by lightning, which caused the cross to fall.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, there was a 16th century church across from where the movie was being premiered. It got struck by lightning.
And the cross just fell.
They caused the cross to fall.
Okay, that's some bad juju attached to that movie.
Burke Denny succumbed to the flu shortly after the film was finished, and there are 8 other deaths associated with this film. And the set for the McNeil family, it burned inexplicably. But the actress who played Linda Blair, her room was completely untouched. Completely.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And speaking of creepy movies from that time period, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Yeah, the film composer died of a brain clot a year after production wrapped, same way as a character in the movie died. Producer William Castle had kidney failure soon after wrapping the movie. While being treated, he cried out, "Rosemary, for God's sakes, drop that knife." So there might have been something like latched to them or something, I don't know. But the thing, the big thing that with the whole Rosemary's Baby thing is Charles Manson, ordering his cult to go over and kill the people who were in this house, that the house was owned by someone else who wasn't going to work with him, like a record company or something like that. He ended up selling the house to Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski was out of town. He was in another country, and his wife was there with 4 other friends, and she was pregnant, and she was killed.
And that house is still haunted to this day.
And also I found out the thing that they named the spree after Helter Skelter, a Beatles song, and John Lennon was killed outside the Dakota Hotel where they filmed most of the film, where they filmed most of this movie, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty bad. But also, one big curse thing I want to talk about also is the 27 Club curse.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that's really big that I look into is, musicians who have died at the same age, 27. Brian Jones, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, even Robert Johnson, the blues, man. There's, it's not a coincidence. And it keeps going on and on, not just in rock and roll, but everywhere too. And it's just wow.
It's like you reached your peak at 27, you're out.
And the latest one was Amy Winehouse. I'm pretty sure.
She had a beautiful voice. I liked her.
So now that we've gotten you depressed and everything for this segment, we're going to get into our next segment of celebrity twins you didn't know of. So join us then.
Hi everybody, I am in the park downtown. This is Connie from Connie's Kitchen at Treetop Lodge. I came down here on this absolutely gorgeous day planning to shoot a promo for the show, but instead I've been getting phone calls that some of my unicorns have gotten loose up at the lodge. So I'm told they're back here somewhere. I'm going to have to go look for them. So you're welcome to come along, but I've got to go find them before I do anything else because I am busy. I've got Mother's Day brunch coming up on the 8th. I've got shearing on the 9th and 10th. The Unicorn Festival, including a unicorn wedding on June 25th. So join me for that stuff, and I'm going to go find my unicorns. So wish me luck because I really need them. Well, I am running out of downtown. They're not at the tavern having a beer with the guys, so I'm going to keep looking, and I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Now, come on. You've got to come back. Come on. You've got to come back. Aha. Come on. Now you two stand right here. You are very good unicorns. You won't move. I've got another one. Come on. It's time to go back. Come on, go join. I've still got one missing. That's not going to work, pal. Time to go back. We'll see you soon from Connie's Kitchen. I'll get my unicorns back. We got a lot going on, so come on up and join me at the lodge. Give me a call, 248-933-4579. Hit me up on Facebook. We have a new page with all our events. I got to get these guys home. See you soon. All right. Come on, guys.
Welcome back to Media Maniacs. I'm Russell Courier.
And I'm Ashley. Hi, guys.
Hello. We review everything, and we're
It's crazy enough to do it.
Okay. And celebrity twins you didn't know of. I was surprised with some of these. Like, I think you said to me just this morning,
Scarlett Johansson has a twin named Hunter, and they were both born in 1984.
Yeah, she's actually just 5 years older than my sister, actually. She's not too far off from our age.
She's like, what, 8 and 9 years older than us?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, she's filmed more Marvel movies than we have.
Yeah.
Pity.
For now.
Who knows? Also, I found out, did you know that Ashton Kutcher had a twin brother?
No.
Ashton Kutcher has a twin brother named Michael.
Is he in films, or is he
No,
just...
I think I looked at a picture. It doesn't look like he doesn't look familiar at all. I've never seen him in anything. I might want to look it up, but as far as I know, I think he's just an average Joe. Some of them are like that. Some, it's not all twins work together or work on, sets and everything and are in the industry. Some just want to have normal lives and, just like Vin Diesel's brother, Paul.
Isn't he a little taller than him?
I think a little taller, and he actually has hair, maybe.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a picture when I looked this up to just the other day, actually. So this was really that was really one thing I was weirded out. It's like, really, there's another one of you?
Kiefer Sutherland has a twin named Rachel.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, and I didn't know that Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland were father and son. Now that he's a twin. That's kind of. I mean,
even people you thought weren't siblings, Emilio Estevez.
Oh yeah, I never knew that for the longest time. Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen, even though they're probably not twins, but siblings at least. Yeah.
They all have different last names.
Yeah, because Emilio went towards his mother's side, his mother's name, whereas Charlie Sheen, real name Carlos Estevez.
Yeah, and I think they have another brother.
Oh wait, no, it's his father. I think Martin Sheen's real name was Martin or something Estevez actually. So He changed his name. Charlie followed him, and Emilio said,
I think they have
"See ya."
another brother or something.
I think they might.
I think there's 3 of them.
There might be.
And the other one's also in film. But he's just not as big as the other 2.
I'll have to look that up. I can't remember. I can't think of anyone. But, also, of course, John Heder. Everyone knows John Heder from, Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if his brother Dan Heder does anything, but they look like they could swap off jobs.
I feel like I've seen his name on credits before.
Really?
Yeah. He might be involved in film, just not in front of the camera.
Maybe. And also thing I thought was funny, first time I found out that John Heder had a twin brother was because of Ashton Kutcher's show Punk'd. They punked John with Dan knowing about it or something like that. And that was the first time I'm just like, really? He's a twin? So that was one. There's a lot in here that was really funny.
Some that I thought were fake twins were Charlie and Max Carver. I thought they were just one person. But it turns out they're actually real twins. They were on Desperate Housewives.
Oh,
twins,
okay.
And they were on Teen Wolf playing a pair of twins.
Okay. Also, let's see here. Of course, Jason and Jeremy London. If you don't know who those guys are, if you've seen Mallrats, you've probably seen one of them. I don't know which one's which.
I can't remember which one.
I think it was Jason London who played T.S. Quint in Mallrats, I think. But I think it was his brother Jeremy who played in Dazed and Confused.
Strike that. Reverse it.
They had some good acting roles in the 90s. They were pretty popular. Especially I remember one of them played Jason in Jason and the Argonauts or something. So it's if you put them in front of me, I wouldn't tell you who's who. But you put Tia and Tamara Mallory in front of me, I could tell you which one's which.
Definitely.
Mole.
Yeah. Those ones you knew they were twins, and they even got their own TV show. Sean and Aaron Ashmore. I've never seen their stuff before.
Sean and Aaron Ashmore. I recognize the name, but I'm not.
Yeah, I recognize the name, but they didn't have any information. Like I do recognize the name.
Same here. So wait.
But you know who had no idea had a twin? Willow Shields, Primrose Everdeen.
Oh, Katniss' little sister.
Oh. Yeah.
That's interesting. And I found out also Joseph and Jacob Fiennes, Rafe Fiennes. Voldemort has two younger brothers.
Do his kids have noses?
Yeah, let's see. No. He has 2 twin brothers. One's into acting, one's not doing much, I don't think. Joseph Fiennes. I feel like I've seen him in a movie or something like that. If you saw his face, you'd recognize him, but I'm just looking at him like, now I see the resemblance between him and his older brother, Rafe. I was like, but, if you take away the nose, basically, mini Voldemort. You can just imagine that. Voldemort is like, mini-me's.
And Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, you couldn't tell them apart when they were kids, because I used to watch those when I was a child, but now you can definitely see the difference. And about them being twins at such a young age, they were able to switch them out during Full House.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. When it comes to twins in movies, like when they're really young, you can't have them in front of the lights for very long, or they can't do as much work as a full adult actor, so they'll have to swap them out.
They were playing. It was a baby. Baby's easy to switch out.
Yeah,
but as she got older, you could still switch them out.
Yeah, and
put a little makeup on them, and they look exactly the same.
Basically.
Not anymore, though.
And movies, TV shows done that over the years. But before we wrap this up and wrap our whole episode, did you know that one famous rock and roller had a twin brother at one point for a short period of time?
Elvis Presley?
You win. You got it. When he was born with a twin, but actually his twin died in the womb or something like that, so he didn't have a twin brother.
Was he the one that had the cord wrapped around his neck?
Maybe he could have been. I don't know. I don't know the full story on it, but that was one thing I found out. It was that Elvis Presley is a twin, technically, even though his brother's not around anymore. And so it's just to think, if he had a twin now, back in his heyday, could he have swapped him out or something like that? It's just, there's that whole theory that Elvis isn't dead. Who knows? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. That's just going a little too far-fetched anyway.
Yeah.
That's it for Media Maniacs this week. Thank you for joining us, and join us next time.
Bye, guys.
Hey Lakeville, you're watching OCTV.